Most people don't get out of shape because they eat too much. They get out of shape because nobody taught them how to eat for 30 years. I wasted most of my 20s overthinking food when it could have been much simpler. If I could sit down with my 20-year-old self, the conversation would be short. He'd be stressed about food, overthinking every meal, swinging between eating clean and sacking it off completely. And he would be convinced that getting in shape meant more restriction, more rules, more discipline. But here's the problem. Most people don't struggle with nutrition because they don't know what to eat. They struggle because they were never taught how to eat like a normal human for decades, not weeks. So in this video, I'm not giving you diet rules, I'm giving you nutrition cheat codes. The things that quietly make eating less, feeling fuller, and staying consistent feel almost automatic. And if you're younger, this will save you years. If you're older, it'll undo a lot of damage. Let's start with the one thing that would have changed everything. So cheat code 1 is alcohol is a tax on progress. At 20, I thought alcohol was just a part of life, as a lot of people do. In reality, it's a silent tax. If you're anything like me, you'd go out a lot of weekends, out with your friends, you had a bit of FOMO, you didn't want to miss that big night out. But alcohol adds calories, it wrecks sleep, it increases hunger, and it turns one drink into fuck it, I'll eat whatever. And you've probably been there in a pizza shop at 1, 2 in the morning and not a care in the world. Alcohol is like trying to save money while paying for an expensive subscription you forgot you even signed up for. But that being said, you do not need to quit forever. But if fat loss, energy, and consistency matter to you, alcohol needs to be rare, not a routine you do multiple times per week. Cheat code 2, stop eating 3 to 5 hours before bed. Late night eating feels harmless at the time until you notice the pattern. You get worse sleep, you have groggy mornings, and higher cravings the next day. Eating right before bed is like starting a load of laundry right before you leave the house. The system's still running when it should be shutting down. Give your body time to digest before sleep. Trust me, you'll wake up feeling lighter and actually hungry for breakfast, which helps more than you think, as well as being able to fall asleep sooner, because your body isn't trying to digest all the food, which means your body temperature rises. Cheat code 3, eat to 80% not full. At 20, I ate until I couldn't eat anymore, which meant I was constantly overfed and still unsatisfied. Eating to about 80% full is one of the easiest ways to eat fewer calories without tracking. But trust me, it's a game changer. It's like filling a glass to the brim, one knock and it spills everywhere. Leave a little bit of space and everything's a little bit calmer. Cheat code 4, put your eating on a schedule. Most people think their hunger is broken. It's not. It's just untrained. If you eat randomly, your hunger signals fire randomly. So try to create a simple rhythm. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe one planned snack. Hunger without structure is like a toddler with a drum kit. It's loud and it's not ideal. Structure quietens it down. Cheat code 5, chew like digestion actually matters. This one sounds a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie, but it's lethal. Chew your food until it's basically liquid. I definitely have a problem with this. I eat very fast and I try to just swallow the food straight away so I can have my next bite. But fullness signals take time to reach your brain. If you eat fast, you overeat before the signal even arrives. It's like sending a text with bad signal. It gets there, just late. Slow eating can help fix overeating without changing the actual food or the portion size. Cheat code 6, water before and after meals. Not because water dilutes digestion, that's nonsense, but because it helps you feel fuller and slows the eating process. Water is like a speed limiter for your appetite. Drink before, drink after, it's simple, it's effective. Cheat code 7, dieting is a ratio, not a switch. At 20, I was either on it or completely off the rails. That all or nothing mind is why people rebound. Instead, think 80-20, so 80% of your intake from whole foods, 20% from whatever you want, within reason. One off-plan meal doesn't ruin progress, the same way one takeaway doesn't bankrupt you. Consistency beats purity, as I'm sure you've heard before. Quick pause here. If you want a simple structure to apply this without overthinking every meal, click the link below for a completely free 7-day program. Right, now for the stuff no one told me early enough. Cheat code 8, wait 20 minutes before eating more. Similar to what we said before, but fullness doesn't hit instantly. If you finish a meal and still feel hungry, wait 20 minutes. Again, I'll hold my hands up, I still have a problem with this, but most of the time the signal does catch up. Ordering seconds immediately is like calling an Uber twice because the first one hasn't arrived yet within a minute. Pause first, decide second, thank me later. Cheat code 9, protein before meals beats willpower. If hunger feels chaotic, drink a protein shake before your biggest meal. It makes overeating much harder, trust me, and hitting protein a lot easier. Protein is like putting weight in the bottom of a boat. Everything stabilizes. Cheat code 10, stop distracted eating. Eating with your phone or TV doubles stimulation and kills satiety. Your brain doesn't register the meal properly. It's like watching a film while scrolling TikTok. You saw it, but you didn't absorb it. I know you've all been been there. Even one screen-free meal per day makes a big difference. Cheat code 11. Going to bed still hungry is normal. Not starving, not miserable, just slightly hungry. That's often a sign you didn't overshoot calories late at night. Hunger isn't an emergency, it does pass. Cheat code 12. Use the raw veg test. Next time you're hungry, in between meals, ask yourself this: would I eat carrots right now? If yes, you're probably hungry. Eat properly. If no, you're just bored or you're stressed or craving stimulation. It's a bit of a hunger lie detector. Cheat code 13. Small plates, bigger satisfaction. Your eyes heavily influence hunger. A full small plate feels better than a half-empty big one. Same drink, bigger glass, suddenly it feels disappointing. Visuals matter more than people realize. Another thing I do as well is pretty much any meal I have to use a spoon. So for example, my porridge every morning, or if I was eating soup, I always use a little teaspoon. And the reason for this is because it psychologically, it makes me think I'm eating more than I actually am. If I had a big spoon, I just gobble it up and it'd be gone within a minute. Cheat code 14. Move after meals, not workouts. Just 10 minutes of walking. It improves digestion, blood sugar control, and prevents the post-meal slump. It's like shaking a snow globe instead of letting everything settle at the bottom. Get up, get moving, even if it is 10 minutes or even walking up and down the stairs a few times. Now, here's the part most people skip. These cheat codes only work if you don't try to do all of them at once. Pick two, run them for 21 days, then reassess. Because nutrition doesn't change when you know more, it changes when behavior becomes automatic. And even if you nail all of this, most people still screw up the next stage, because eating better doesn't automatically mean you'll stay lean long term. And that's exactly what I break down in this video, why most people regain weight after fixing the diet. Watch that next, because this video on its own isn't enough. But if you want something simple and daily that keeps you in shape without your life revolving around food, click the link below. It's 30 ways in 30 days to stay in shape. Learn this at 20 and you're ahead for life.